Finally, guys, finally, we are here to the release of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm super excited. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to play for like an hour or two, um, and I'm going to kind of give my impressions. So, we got the Pikachu control. We got the Pikachu control. All right, let's do this. It's been 10 days, and I still haven't done a video. But for some reason, I can't stop. This game is so good. This Pikachu and Eevee bring me so much luck. These Funyuns are amazing. My shiny hunting goals are being accomplished. I finally feel like I'm becoming a Pokemon master. But if I don't do a video soon, I might lose my wife and my kids. Yeah, the couch is fine. Perfect spot for me to clean my hands. Pokemon is important. Pokemon is life. Yeah. um Sorry?
Wow.
I got addicted. I'm not even gonna lie. Um when I started playing this game, now before I continue my pretty much review, because honestly, I mean it's not even a first impressions anymore. Um I do have problems with the game. So even though I love it, I'm still gonna be talking about some of the problems that this game actually does have. But yeah, I I've never stood awake till 4 a.m. so many days in a row in my life, and this game has pretty much done that. But let's talk about some of the things I like, and then talk about some of the things I don't like. All right. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my son for providing the Pokemon blankets, the Pikachu, and then shout out to my daughter for providing the Eevee, because without those, I wouldn't have my little skit in the beginning there. Um, oh, and also shout out to my son for the Funyuns, because those are his. So, yeah, sorry about that. Alright, so currently I would put myself in Jubilife, but I'm actually in the middle of hunting a shiny uh, Ursaring. Ursaring? I think that's what I'm doing right now. Where's he at? Yeah, there he is. Ursaring. So I'm not trying to get rid of it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just leave that there. But I can pretty much talk about everything I want to talk about right here. As you can see, I've been playing the game a lot. Now, obviously, I do have, a life, so I can't freaking no life this 24/7, like my body wants me to. But, uh, yeah, where to start? This is not your traditional Pokemon game. Now, I've played every single Pokemon game, and I like all the Pokemon games. I know a lot of people have hate against Sword and Shield, BDSP. I kind of agree with the hate on BDSP. That thing is kind of atrocious. The things you can do in that game, it's ridiculous. But I really enjoy these games. I'm very grateful for what they provide. Uh, and granted, it's not a lot. You're not going to go into this game expecting it to be the next freaking I don't know, what's a good example? The next God of War storyline and the God of War graphics and stuff like that and crazy stuff. Yeah, you're not gonna get that. It is a, I want to say a children's game. This game is a little bit more than a children's game. I'll be straight up honest with you. Um, but there's so much more enjoyment you can get from it. If you're a Pokemon fan, if you've played all the other Pokemons and you're hesitant on getting Pokemon Legends Arceus, I'm just going to say right off the rip, it's definitely worth your money. If you're a Pokemon fan, just being able to go into a world. I explained this on my stream, by the way, guys. If you don't follow me, go over and follow me. Twitch.tv/CaptainBeards. It's in the link below. But I explained this on my stream. This game is like a fusion of Monster Hunter and Pokemon. It's really cool. It has that Monster Hunter, Legends of Breath of the Wild, and Pokemon all intertwined, which gives you this game, which I think is fantastic. The concept of the game is absolutely amazing. The fact that you can sneak up on Pokemons like that Badoo there. I have a Pokeball out, and if I want to, I could change and use a different Pokeball. Switch and throw a Pokemon at him or whatever. But this right here is what the genre needed, and this is why there's a lot of fans that are addicted to this game, because they know that the game is not without its flaws. That's 100% true. But it's such a different step, such a different level from what we're used to. We're always used to running up to a Pokemon, even if it was in Sword and Shield in the Wildlands. You run up to a Pokemon, you initiate the battle screen, and then blah, blah, blah. You weaken them, you capture them, or you just throw a Pokeball and get lucky. But this brings so much more to the table. You get that sense of, yes, I'm in the wild, I'm out in the open, and yeah, things can go terribly wrong, which they can. Some Pokemon can run away from you. Some Pokemon can get crazy and start attacking you. Like right now, I'm hunting this Ursaring over here, and I try to get sneaky and try to capture them, but to be honest with you, most of the time I end up having to fight them. And the fighting, the battle in this game, the battles in this game are just so sick. Let me show you. You can just go up to the side duck over here. I'll send out Empoleon, which is a alpha, by the way, so he's much bigger than your traditional Empoleon. If you backstrike them too, you catch them unaware. So if Pokemon that are usually like trying to always run away, you throw your Pokemon at them from the back, and you always can get that first strike. So it's very hard for them to run away. But the combat in this game is actually amazing, because you're not subject to just standing here and just like, oh yeah, let me initiate the fight. No, you can sit here and just be like, oh yeah, I want to take a different angle. I want to maybe take a photo or something. I don't know. Right? Whatever. You can do that. You can even stand in front of the stuff. It doesn't kill you, but your character does like take a hit or whatever. Let me show you. If I stand here, see my character just gets knocked on his ass there. Which is pretty funny. And yeah, it's that seamless. Literally in the fight, do my thing, and out of the fight, no big deal. Running from fights, super easy too. You can give your guy the choice. So let me show you another fight here. I'm not going to fight this one, but this time I'm just going to fight me. Alright, cool. And then running from the fight is super simple. You literally just run away. And it's so seamless. Like, the fact that, this is Pokemon is why so many fans are loving this game. And I can't help but give it credit for that part, where that's where that fun comes in. It's not your traditional, let me do this, let me run around the grass, hopefully I get lucky. Hopefully we get a Badoo here.
No.
Nothing is gonna happen. It's nighttime, so Ghastlies are popping out. Okay. So we're gonna go back over here to the camp, because I don't want to fight no Ghastly right now. But yeah, so gameplay wise, battle wise, I would say this game is easily, for me personally, an 8 out of 10. Just because it's so fun, it's so different from your traditional Pokemons. I'm absolutely loving it. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but I feel like there's a certain flaw that the game has, and it's why I can't give it a 10 out of 10. Story wise, the story, I'll be real with you. I just wish they would get some adults to write the story. To be honest with you, that's how I feel. When I was going through the story, when it first starts, it's not too bad, right? You feel like, all right, this can be good. But as you progress more and more, and you don't even have to get that far, you realize, like, okay, I think this Pokemon is written by a child because, like every other Pokemon game, it's so straightforward, and it's just like, come on, really? Like, really? So I honestly believe that the story is probably the weakest part of this game. Um, there's something else that's pretty weak too, but I think the story is probably the weakest part of this game. Now, that's not to say the story's super bad. Okay, he wants me to report my stuff. Yo, this guy is always trying to talk to me. That's not to say that the story is like atrocious or whatever. No, I still enjoyed it, but I am a Pokemon fan, so I'm pretty sure that's probably why I enjoyed it. I'm gonna go back to the village here because I figure I could just close out my game and reopen it, and I'll be right there where the Ursa are. But yeah, the story is just kind of like meh, right? If you're a Pokemon fan, you might enjoy it a little bit, but it's mainly just meh. All right. And then pretty much the flow of the game, just like other games like Monster Hunter, for instance, as you progress through the story, you get side quests, you do the side quests, and your village starts to get upgraded, and you can get more and more stuff. You can get better clothes, you can get better items to buy from the shops, different hairstyles, all that other jazz, which I think is super cool. This game also has like a crafting thing, which is really dope. But if you're not really focused on the materials, you can find yourself not being able to craft anything. You can buy some stuff to craft your stuff, but yeah. So pretty much just straightforward things. You have a farm system, so you can, plant stuff to craft other things and stuff. But you have a picture system, so you can take your pictures. A pasture thing over here, so this is where you manage all your Pokemons and stuff like that. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. So I think this whole thing right here, the way this feels, is perfectly fine. I would give this part of the game pretty much a 7 out of 10, just because the NPCs have zero animations. They literally stand there, sit there, and do that the entire time. They do nothing else. So to be honest with you, it feels dead. Like this section feels like a 1980s game, and it just shouldn't be a thing. Like there should be a little bit more interactions and stuff like that. I still have a lot of fun coming here though, because I like changing my character up all the time. So, what else here? Alright, zones and stuff like that. You have a lot of zones to choose from, especially when you beat the game. Oh, the mask is still there. Alright, that's cool. So we'll just go back into that after. You have a lot of zones to choose from. You get, what was it, 4 zones? 4 major zones to go to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 zones. 5 zones to go to. This one's not really a zone. It's like a part of the story thing. Majiggy. But you get 5 zones to choose from. All very, very unique, all very pretty awesome. There's like tunnels and secret passages and stuff that you can get to and stuff to find certain Pokemon, which I think is really awesome. But besides that, yeah, I still have a lot to explore. I still have a lot to get to, but I'm having a blast. Now let's talk about some of the negatives, because this game has, I believe, 3 negatives that really, really weaken it. Alright, so the first negative I'm going to say has got to be the graphics. This game can be pretty to look at and then very ugly to look at the majority of the time. And what I mean by that is when you start, so for me, playing on my Switch itself, the handheld, not on the screen, but actually handheld, game looks way better. This game literally looks like it belongs on only a handheld version of the Switch. So if you're playing this on the Switch Lite, you probably won't even notice or run into some of these issues because, to be honest with you, it just looks way better handheld, which makes zero sense to me. Now, when you get into the actual docked version and put it on a big screen, that's when you can see a lot of garbage. The textures are not the prettiest. The draw lines are kind of atrocious. Sometimes the way things like scale and pop up and stuff like that. Let me actually fly in the air here so I can show you guys. Like some of the animations and some of the way things pop up, and when you go into like dark caves and stuff like this, that you get these white lines around your character, and it makes no sense to me why a game that is made for 2022 is literally like looking like this. I don't get it. You can already see some of the white lines just happening in the back there. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on the capture, but some of the white lines already happening and some of the capture and stuff like that. So it looks unfinished a lot of the time. Now the unfinished is masked by how good the gameplay is and how fun it is. So that's why. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you can just send out your Pokemon and they just kind of chill out. Sometimes they're falling asleep and stuff like that. And they just chill out and stuff. But this part of the game is usually masked by how much things you have to do. Because you have a lot of things to do in this game. So you're constantly moving. And you're constantly like catching things. You're battling and stuff like that. And that's why you don't see a lot of people dwell on it too much. I hope they do send out a patch that maybe fixes it a little bit, because I would like it to look a little bit prettier. I find myself wanting to play more handheld than on my screen for some weird reason. But yeah, I hope they look at this. So graphics is definitely a weak point of this game. And then second thing I'm going to say is the battle. Now, I think the battling in this game is really fun, but there is a certain aspect of the battling in this game that's kind of broken, and that's two things. One, the multi-battles. When you have a 1v5 or 1v4, man, what are you doing, bro? When you have a 1v5 or a 1v4, for some reason, this goes into that second thing. It doesn't matter what level the Pokemon are, they will beat your behind. I mean it. Like, if you get 4 Parises, you've probably seen the memes, but if you get 4 Parises all at level 20 and you're level 70 in Plonion, whatever, yeah, they're gonna whoop your behind, because the game does not believe in proper scaling. It doesn't believe in, like, yeah, you're super strong, so you should be able to own this. These guys are all level 30s, and my team is all high levels. Look at this. I have a freaking Heatran here. So he's literally, he's a beast, right? He should be able to one-shot a level 30 Ursaring, right? Especially if we do a strong attack. Let's do one of his strongest moves here. That should be good, actually. That should be good. Should be able to one-shot him. That's if I do a strong attack, right? If I do a strong attack, one of his best moves, I get a one-shot. This is the perfect example. You see what I mean here? I'm level 73. This Ursaring is level 30. He did 2 attacks. It is a one-on-one now. He did 2 attacks. And I'm already almost dead. Yeah. That is a problem, and I think they need to Luckily, I finished him off there because these guys be getting crazy. I'm going to fly away here because I don't want to deal with that right now. That is a problem where, and it gets worse. Like, you could be level 100 dealing against level 50s, and for some reason, if you're dealing with multiple Pokemon, you can try to manage your strong and agile attacks and normal attacks and stuff like that, but the game doesn't believe in like you're a high level, so you should have the advantage. At no point, to be honest with you guys, at no point do I feel like I have an advantage, even though my Pokemon are way higher level. And it's just, it's kind of annoying because you work really hard to get far in the game, and I feel like you should feel that. Like, when you play other Pokemon games and you get to that end game and you have a squad of level hundreds, 100s, you feel like you can just own anything, and I think that's amazing. Like, that's a great feeling because you earn that. In this game, I don't feel that. Like, I've captured so many legendaries now, and I just don't feel like I'm a god. I feel like if Arceus comes down and fights me right now, he's literally going to destroy me. There's a fight you do at the end of the game. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a fight you do at the end of the game. I shit you not. And I went in with a full team of 70s here. Obviously, I changed the term, but I had full team of 70s, all legendaries, by the way. And it took me about 5 to 6 tries and a crap ton of max revives and potions and just strategizing to beat that fight because of how difficult it was. Like, the jump is insane. Like, when you play the game, it feels like this. You feel like you're going at, let me do this instead. You feel like you're going at a steady pace. Everything's great. Everything's great. Everything's great. And then when you get to that point of the game, which is the very, very end game, when you get to that point, I kid you not, the game literally does this. Straight up. And it's just, you're so unprepared for it. Like, they have you do a lot of things before to make to kind of be prepared, but in reality it doesn't matter, and that's the problem with the scaling part. Whereas if you're fighting a bunch of level 30 Ursaring with a level 70 Pokemon legendary, you should be able to own them, but you're not, so you're struggling. Even one level 30 can pretty much kill a level 70 easily. And at the end of the game, you have to battle Pokemon that are not even level 30s. They're way higher levels. So imagine trying to take your level 70 Pokemons going up against opponents that are literally the same level. So it's like, yeah, the struggle is exponential there. And I think that's a problem. I think that definitely, I don't think the end fight should be patched. I think the end fight is perfectly fine. It should be that difficult because I fairly enjoyed it. But I think the mobs in the world and stuff like that definitely need to be patched because they should not be owning high level Pokemon like that. Um, and that's pretty much my main negatives is like the way the battle system works and the graphics. But other than that, guys, I'm fairly enjoying this Pokemon. I'm actually super addicted to shiny hunting. So let me go ahead and show you guys. I want to see my Pokemon here. It's my key box. Let's go over this way. I gotta get rid of some of those Pokemon. My Legends here, but we won't worry about that. My Alphas here. And these are my Shinies, right? Not these at the bottom. Those are not my Shinies. Right? Those are just some extra. Well, he's a Shiny. But these are my Shinies. Some of these I caught just straight up in the open world. Thank goodness for literally headphones because a couple of these shinies popped up and I didn't even see them. I just heard the noise. I saved and then I found them and then I caught them. This was probably the hardest shiny to catch because he was literally an alpha and this was in the very beginning of the game. So my Pokemon were all level like 20s. I'm not even kidding you. Like literally 20s or lower. And he popped up big and shiny and it was not fun. It was not fun. I was very depressed because I did not think I was going to be able to catch him at all. Um, yeah, and I love the shiny hunting in this game. I think that's probably the funnest part of this game, shiny hunting, because it's just so much more interesting instead of running in grass and hoping to little pixel pops up that bam, you got a shiny. No, instead this one you actually get to see it, you get to hear it, and it's just amazing, and I'm addicted to it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep shiny hunting. I'm gonna get this shiny Ursaring. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. It was a long one, but to be honest with you, it's been 10 days since I posted because I've been just absolutely glued to this game. But yeah. What do you guys think about Pokemon Legends Arceus? I really hope they continue this direction for the Pokemon series. Obviously, tune it, fine tune it, right? Make sure it looks like an actual 2022 game and not a PlayStation 1 game. Um, but I hope they continue this direction. What do you guys think? Comment down below and let me know. And as always, guys, stay positive. Peace out.